The other breaking news story that we are following, 2 deputies recovering after being shot in North Linden. This happened at a house on Beulah Road around 8 o'clock in the morning. They were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We have team coverage. Danielle Grossman is where the suspect has barricaded herself inside of a house for several hours now. But first we go to Catherine Ross with what led up to that shooting. Catherine?
Yeah, Monica, good morning. We are pushed back about 3 blocks away from the home where this actually happened. You can see this is still a very active situation. That's why we're staying a safe distance apart. Now, both the Franklin County Sheriff's Office and the Columbus Police Department are both handling this investigation. And both of those agencies, SWAT teams, were out here around 8 o'clock this morning. They were the ones trying to deliver a probate warrant, on a woman to commit a woman to a mental health facility. Now, the chief deputy was out here earlier this morning, and he tells me that deputy started shooting when the officers and deputies approached that home. Now, the shots were fired back, but at this point, they're not sure if that suspect was also hit. Those gunshots did, although, hit 2 deputies in the backside and the legs. Those other first responders had to jump into action and administer some quick emergency first aid.
I know that a tourniquet was applied to one of the deputies. All of our deputies are issued tourniquets, and quite frankly, that tourniquet being placed on might have helped save this deputy's life that was shot with that tourniquet being placed on him.
And Chief Gilbert also says, of course, that those deputies are expected to be okay. Sheriff Dallas Baldwin is over at Riverside Hospital, where both of those deputies are recovering at this point. He's talking with both of them and their families. Of course, we do have our Danielle Grossman also on scene, and she's been following the situation with that suspect. Danielle, what are we learning about that suspect at this point?
Yeah, Catherine, like you said, we're told that this woman does have a mental illness. I want to take a look at what we see behind me right now. We're on the other side of the street from where you are right now. They have it completely blocked off because they are trying to figure out how to extract this woman from this barricade standoff situation that they're in right now. We're also told by the Franklin County Sheriff's Office that they told all of these neighbors in this area to just shelter in place right now. They keep backing up this crime scene tape right here, extending the crime scene itself. Now, we know right now that it hasn't been resolved. It is currently a very active situation. I actually just saw a canine unit come out of a car as well. Multiple medics have arrived on scene. Extra medics, SWAT teams, Franklin County Sheriff's Office, as well as the police department have arrived. And this is still ongoing. This has been happening since around 8 this morning, like Catherine said. And as we know right now, there is still a barricade situation involved with that woman who has a mental illness. And of course, we'll let you know what happens. We're going to be here the rest of the morning. We'll give you the latest update coming up on NBC4 at 11:30. That's in the next 30 minutes, because we'll be here on scene and let you know what happens with that. Live and local for you in North Linden, Danielle Grossman, NBC4.